Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news. Some more news concerning Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson, amazed by the fighter's power, he says he can stop anyone. He said about working with Francis Ngannou, Tyson claimed that he has the power to stop anybody. He says, I've never met an athlete who picks things up as quickly as Francis. He's got the power to stop anybody, let alone Tyson Fury. He needs to learn how to land the missile on the proper target. And those are the words of Mike Tyson, and let me counterpunch. What Mike Tyson is saying is he's speaking solely on potential and the fact that Francis is able to pick up on things. However, he needs to learn how to land proper punches, okay? The proper target. That's punch placement. Okay, he's amazed by his early quick on, but he's fighting one of the best, if not the best, heavyweight in the world. You know, now the claim that Francis Ngannou could probably stop anybody, that sounds good to say. But then again, who has he been in there with? I mean, who has he been in there with to even prove that? Let alone, I feel that Francis Ngannou should have had a couple tune-up fights. He should have had a fight earlier this year just to get a feel of the ring, to get a feel of the gloves, to get a feel of the wraps, because they feel a lot different when you punch, okay? If anybody knows anything about wraps versus gloves, you have different size gloves. You know, a lot of times people like to train or spar in bigger gloves versus the ones that they actually fight in. Well, I think he needs all aspects. He's going to have all experiences of how these gloves feel. Because again, these are not MMA gloves where you can properly ball your fist in a certain way to create the power that you need. That's why when you see Francis Ngannou, okay, you see Francis Ngannou and he's like, okay, you see him doing a lot of slapping. That's not really displaying his full potential power, okay? I don't think it is. You know, I think he can hit very hard, but I think but in another sense, his punch placement is important and how he hits and lands. Okay, so that's going to be the $1 million question. But can he stop anybody? Well, I think Mike Tyson is supposed to say that. He's supposed to say that, you know, and he's learning with him, and they're really learning things, you know, as they go. And he's teaching them these certain things by one of the best. Because Mike Tyson, his muscle memory is fast twitch muscle is impeccable, okay? And I do think that Francis Ngannou does have power, but is he able to display the power by punching properly? Because if you remember, Deontay Wilder had the same problem. See, Wilder had problems breaking his hands, his arms, his elbows, is because he wouldn't properly placing that punch the way where it needed to go. It would land, and of course it would ignite whatever it hits, but at the toll of hurting himself in this case. Okay, so he would break stuff landing. He reminds me of Ronnie Lott, you know, the 49ers player that he hit you so hard that he would actually do damage to himself overall, you know, and I think that's what it's going to be. And I hope Francis is not one of those people. Now, if he is, he's going to have a short career, but an exciting one, but at the cost of hurting him, his weapons that he needs to use to make further money, especially if he does good with Tyson Fury, because who knows what happens if it's competitive. If it's competitive, there will always be a potential for another fight, you know. But Mike Tyson saying that, hey, you know, he has the power to knock out anyone. I mean, that's not too far off the beaten path. He's strong. But the question is, can he beat anybody else? The bigger question will be, can he beat Tyson Fury? And there will be a lot of Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury material because that's the next fight that we see. Okay, crossover, It's not built up like Conor McGregor versus Mayweather, so I don't think it'll do as good. But, still, that is the next fight. Mike Tyson is the guy up for the task of training Francis Ngannou. A lot of people have said that though a lot of that footage, it looks like trash. It just doesn't look like you thought it should look. And then Mike, it looks perfect because Mike knows how to do it. He's been doing it forever. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Mike Tyson stating that Francis Ngannou can knock out anybody. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!